How many classical dance forms exist in India? 8. ഭരതനാട്യം തമിഴ്നാട്, കഥക് ഉത്തർപ്രദേശ്, കഥകളി കേരള, മോഹിനിയാട്ടം കേരള, ഒഡീസി ഒഡീഷ, സത്രിയ ആസാം, മണിപ്പൂരി മണിപ്പൂർ, കുച്ചിപ്പുടി ആന്ധ്രാപ്രദേശ്. The Lahore session of the Indian National Congress held on 19th December 1929 presided by Jawaharlal Nehru is significant because it passed the resolution to demand Purna Swaraj and tricolor flag was unfurled for the first time. The lowest layer of the atmosphere where air density is highest, which lies up to 16 kilometers above equator and 8 kilometer over polar region, where vital atmospheric processes like climatic and weather conditions take place, is known as troposphere. In the year 1978, the amendment eliminated the right to acquire, hold and dispose of property. Right to property as fundamental right is 44th Amendment, the deficiency of which nutrient cause night blindness or poor vision. Vitamin A. How many fundamental duties are set out in Part 4A, Article 51A of the Constitution of India? 11. Chickenpox, influenza, hepatitis, dengue, polio, rabies, AIDS, rinderpest, swine flu and common cold are caused by which microorganism? Virus. Which article related to Jammu and Kashmir? Article 370. The total value of goods and service produced in a country during a given period is called national income. Who wrote Ain-i-Akbari, Akbarnama, the title of 3-volume biography of Akbar? Abdul Fasal. Who was the chairman of the drafting committee of Indian Constitution? B.R. Ambedkar. Oxygen, which is vital for life, is product of photosynthesis and comes from water. The non-cooperation movement, which started in September 1920, was withdrawn by Gandhiji due to Chauri Chaura, Uttar Pradesh incident in 1922 February. Which state in India has the largest coastline? Gujarat. Which institution is responsible for calculating the GDP, national income of India? Central Statistics Office. The difference between gross national product and net national product, GNP minus NNP, is equal to depreciation. What is the SI unit for measuring intensity of sound or noise? Decibel. Which vitamin is a fat-soluble vitamin that plays a role in blood clotting, bone metabolism and regulating blood calcium levels? Vitamin K. The Harshacharita is biography of Harshavardhana, the ruler of Kanauj, composed of in Sanskrit by his court poet Banabhatta. The first battle of Panipat laid the foundation of Mughal ruler was fought between Ibrahim Lodi and Barbar in 1526. The first satyagraha of Gandhiji for the cause of indigo farmers against Teen Katya system was observed at Champaran 1917. After failure of non-cooperation movement, Motilal Nehru and Chittaranjan Das founded a party known as Swaraj Party or Swarajya Party 1923. Which waterfall is created by river Sharavati, the highest waterfall of height 830 feet in India? Karnataka. Geru Sope Falls or Jog Falls. In the case of deadlock between the two houses parliament, the joint sitting is presided over the Speaker of Lok Sabha. The monetary and credit policy is framed by Reserve Bank of India, who is deposited on iron in the process of galvanization. Zinc. Scurvy, a disease of skin, is caused by deficiency of Vitamin C. Which countries are permanent member of the UN Security Council? US, UK, USSR, China and France. Which was the only Hindu site with an artificial brick dockyard, port town, Lothal, Gujarat. Which Government General of India abolished the Sati system in 1829 by declaring it an offence? William Bentinck. The province of Bengal was partitioned into two parts in 1905 by Lord Curzon. Gandhi's Dandi March or Salt Satyagraha started on March 12th. Sabarmati Ashram is associated with the civil disobedience movement. Who founded the Ghadar Party in San Francisco in the USA? Lala Hardayal and Sohan Singh Bhakna. Mrinalini Sarabhai, Mallika Sarabhai, Padma Subramaniam, Leela Sampson, Yamini Krishnamurthy, Rukmini Devi Arundhale and T. Bala Saraswati is famous for Bharatanatyam. All the entrancing organisms biotic in an area together with the non-living constituents abiotic of the environment form an ecosystem. From which country did the Indian Constitution borrow the idea of DPSP? Ireland. Out of 245 members of Rajya Sabha, how many members are nominated by President? 12. Chemical name of vinegar is acetic acid. The depletion of ozone layer is due to chlorofluorocarbon. The chemical name of laughing gas is nitrous oxide, N2O. Beriberi is caused by thiamine deficiency or vitamin B1. Penicillin is one of the world's first antibiotic was discovered by Alexander Fleming, who established the Mughal Empire in India. 1526 Babur. Permanent revenue settlement of Bengal was introduced by Cornwallis. The Quit India Resolution 1942 proposed the starting of a non-violent mass struggle on the widest possible scale. Who gave the mantra "do or die" for this struggle? Mahatma Gandhi. Brightest and hottest planet in our solar system, which is also called as evening and morning star, is Venus. Which fundamental right, according to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, is like the heart and soul of the Constitution? Right to constitutional remedies, Article 32. A writ issued by the Supreme Court compelling a quasi-judicial public authority to perform its mandatory duty is mandamus. In Parliament, who takes the final decision on whether a bill is money bill or not? Speaker. In case the President of India wants to resign, he would address his resignation to the Vice President of India. As per the Constitution of India, Supreme Court judges in India retire at the age of 65. Planning Commission is an extra constitutional body. In which article of Indian Constitution is there mentioned about the abolition of untouchability? Article 17. The first general election in India and first amendment to the Constitution was held in 1951. Which amendment of the Indian Constitution inserted the two words socialist and secular in the preamble? 42nd Amendment. Which Constitutional Amendment Act added Part 9 Panchayat Raj system to Indian Constitution? 73rd Constitutional Amendment 1993. Gross Domestic Product. GDP is the total value of goods and services produced in a country and is measured over a specific time frame. The major constituent of gobar gas or biogas or natural gas is methane. What are the components responsible for acidic rain? Sulfur dioxide, SO2, and nitrogen oxides, NOx. The common name of sodium bicarbonate is baking soda. In humans, each cell normally contains 23 pairs of chromosomes. The suicidal bags, digestive bag or atom bomb of the cell are lysosomes. Xylem is responsible for water transportation in plants. Subrata Cup, Scissor Cup, Rovers Cup, Durand Cup, Santosh Trophy and Nehru Trophy are associated with football. Rangaswamy Cup, Bainton Cup, Sultan of Johor Cup, Himgold Cup, Lady Ratan Tata Trophy and Aga Khan Cup are associated with hockey. According to Census 2011, which state has the highest density of population? Bihar. The Chinese traveler Huan hailed as the Prince of Pilgrims visited India during the reign of Harshavardhana, who defeated whom in the first battle of Tarain. Prithviraj Chauhan defeated Muhammad Ghori, who defeated whom in the second battle of Tarain. Muhammad Ghori defeated Prithviraj. Shergan defeated Humayun at Chausa and Kanauj, forcing him to flee to Iran. The Gold Gumbaz of Bijapur, Karnataka is the mausoleum of Muhammad Adil Shah. The Battle of Plassey was fought on 23 June 1757 between Siraj-ud-Dawla and the Lord Clive of British East India Company, who became the first Governor-General of Bengal in 1773. Warren Hastings. The Satya Shodhak Samaj was founded by Jyotiba Phule in 1873. The Satya Shodhak Samaj, Jyotiba Phule. In 1858 August, the British Parliament passed an act that set an end to the rule of the company and transferred rule to the hands of British monarch. It was called Government of India Act 1858. The latitudes of mainland of India extends between 8 degree 4 second north and 38 degree 6 minute north. The name the strait that separate India and its neighbor Sri Lanka, Park Strait. The longest river of peninsular India is Godavari. The largest masonry dam, Nagarjuna Sagar Dam, has been constructed on the river Krishna. In which layer of the Earth's atmosphere is the ozone layer found, which absorbs harmful ultraviolet radiation from the sun? Stratosphere. The Government of India Act 1935 was based on Simon Commission. Which words was inserted in the preamble by 42nd Amendment of the Constitution of India? Socialist, secular and integrity. Article 12 to 35 of Indian Constitution mainly deals with the fundamental rights given in Part 3 of Indian Constitution. A writ is a formal document containing an order of the court to government issued only by the High Court or the Supreme Court of India, which is also known as First Chief Law Officer of Government of India, Attorney General of India. Who was the first Chief Election Commissioner of India? Sukumar Sen. In India, which kind of emergency can be proclaimed on the grounds of war or external aggression or armed rebellion? National emergency. Article 352. Under which article of Indian Constitution an emergency President's rule can be declared on the grounds of failure of constitutional machinery in the states? Article 356. The term mixed economy denotes existence of both private and public sectors. Which is an apex institution in the sphere of agriculture credit in India? NABARD, National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. Inflation is caused by increase in money supply and decrease in production. What principle or law explains the working of the hydraulic brakes in automobiles? Pascal's law. Name the process of production of energy in the sun. Nuclear fusion. Iron is prevented from rusting by coating with zinc. This process is called as galvanization. The acid used in lead storage cells. Sulfuric acid. What is the principle of ore of aluminum? Bauxite. The inert gas which is substituent for nitrogen in the air used by deep sea divers for breathing is helium. Greenhouse effect or global warming is caused by carbon dioxide. The gas involved in Bhopal incident was methyl isocyanate, which vitamin is popularly known as the sunshine vitamin as obtained from sunrays. Vitamin D, which is the universal recipient acceptor blood group AB positive. Identify the part of brain that controls maintenance of postures, balance and equilibrium. Cerebellum. An adult human body has 206 bones. Thomas Cup, Sudirman Cup and Uber Cup is associated with badminton. Who is the author of the autobiography Playing It My Way? Sachin Tendulkar. Amartya Sen was awarded the Nobel Prize for his contribution to welfare economics. The World Trade Organization (WTO), which replaced GATT, has its headquarters in Geneva, Switzerland. The names of Wright brothers credited with inventing the aeroplane were Wilbur and Orville Wright. As per Census 2011, which state had the lowest sex ratio? Haryana. Buddha gave his first sermon at Sarnath. Dharmachakra Pavadan at Deer Park. Which is the sacred religious book of Buddhist? Tripitaka. Who wrote the grammatical work Ashtadhyayi, first grammar book of Sanskrit language? Panini. Vikramshila University was founded by Dharmapala. The famous Kailasa temple cut out of the solid rock at Ellora was built under the patronage of the Rashtrakuta king Krishna I. Ibn Battuta, a Moroccan traveler who is known for his extensive travels, came to India during the reign of Muhammad bin Tughlaq in 14th century. The last Governor-General of the East India Company and the first Viceroy under the Crown was Lord Canning. Which Governor-General was called as the father of local self-government in India? Lord Ripon. Chandrasekhar Azad was one of the founders of Hindustan Socialist Republican Association, established in 1928. Who founded the All India Depressed Classes Association in 1930? Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Who was the first Indian to be elected as a member of the British House of Commons Parliament? Dadabhai Naoroji. The first major nationwide satyagraha launched by Mahatma Gandhi in 1919 was against Rowlatt Act. The movement of the local farmers of Bardoli in Gujarat, Bardoli Satyagraha against the British in 1928 was led by Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, who said Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it. Balagangadhara Tilak. The Jallianwala Bagh massacre, also known as the Amritsar massacre, took place on 13th April 1990 in Jallianwala Bagh, Amritsar, Punjab. When did Mahatma Gandhi launch the Quit India movement? August 8, 1942. Which land revenue system was introduced by Thomas Munro in 1820? Rayatwari. The Chow of Mayurbhanj dance, fourth, originated as a tribal dance in the forest of Odisha. Madhubani folk painting art is the traditional art of Bihar. Indian first talkie film produced in 1931, Alam Ara. If in the west is the Guharmorty, in the east it is Kibbutu, in north it is Siachen Glacier, then south it is Indira Point, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. India shares longest international boundary with Bangladesh, which states shares border with Myanmar, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram. The Himalayas belongs to which categories of mountains? Fault mountain. Which is the longest irrigation canal in India? Indira Gandhi Canal. India is the largest producer and exporter of mica. The narrow zone of contact between the lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere where natural vegetation and wildlife exist is called as biosphere. The temperate grassland of South America are called as pampas. What is the international dateline? 150 degree longitude. Granite is an example of intrusive igneous rock. Which is the world's longest river? Nile. In which continent? Great Dividing Range, Great Barrier Reef, world's largest coral reef, Great Victorian Desert are located? Australia. When did the Indian Constituent Assembly adopt the Constitution? 1949 November 26. Who replaced Sachidananda Sinha as Chairman of the Constituent Assembly of India? Dr. Rajendra Prasad. When did Indian Constitution came into effect? 1950 January 26. In which form of government the final decision-making power lies with those elected by the people? Democratic. The Indian Constitution declares India as Union of States. When were the fundamental duties of the Indian citizens incorporated through 42nd Amendment in the Constitution? 1976. The maximum permissible gap between two sessions of the Parliament is 6 months. According to the Constitution of India, how many members from the Anglo-Indian community can be nominated to the Lok Sabha by the President? 2 members as of January 2020. Now 0 members from Anglo-Indians are nominated. Who is the ex officio chairman of Rajya Sabha? Vice President of India. Article 1 of the Constitution of India declares India, that is Bharat, shall be a union of states. Which article of Indian Constitution notes that no citizens of India shall be discriminated against on the basis of religion, race, caste, sex or place of birth? Article 11. Which article of the Indian Constitution guarantees the protection of life and personal liberty? Article 21. The Parliament has powers to amend the provision of the Constitution of India. Which article of the Constitution confers this power on the Parliament? Article 368. By which constitutional amendment political defection were banned? 52nd Amendment of 1985. Anti-defection law. In which amendment of the Constitution was the voting age reduced from 21 to 18 years? 61st Amendment. 86th Constitution Amendment Act 2002 provided for the free and compulsory elementary education, right to education to all children. The Constitution of India contains 12 schedule. Which schedule of Indian Constitution has provisions relating to disqualification of Member of Parliament on the ground of defection, anti-defection law? Schedule 10. Under which article President of India can proclaim financial emergency? Article 360. Production function explains the relationship between initial input and ultimate output. The standard of living, economic growth in a country is represented by its per capita income. The aggregated value of goods and services produced in an economy can be calculated by 3 methods: income method, expenditure method and product method. Bank rate is the rate of interest at which commercial banks borrow money from RBI. Reserve Bank of India was nationalized in 1949. Open market operation refers to purchase and sale of government securities by RBI. A fiscal deficit occurs when a government's total expenditures exceeds the revenue that it generates, excluding money from borrowing. The Economic Survey of India is published by Ministry of Finance. What type of unemployment is generally found in agricultural sector of India? Discussed unemployment. The sun heats the earth through radiation. The radioactive element which is commonly used in nuclear for producing electricity by nuclear fission, uranium. Aqua regia is a 1:3 mixture of concentrated nitric acid and concentrated hydrochloric acid. Which gas is used as fire extinguisher? Carbon dioxide. Brass is an alloy of copper and zinc. The most abundant inert gas in the atmosphere used in electric bulb and has lowest electron affinity. Argon. What is the common name of calcium hypochlorite, CaOCl2, used extensively for sterilizing water? Bleaching powder. Mitochondria is called as the powerhouse of the cell. The average heartbeat rate per minute, 72. The longest bone in the human body, femur. Which one of the endocrine glands is known as master gland? Pituitary gland. Who discovered the blood groups? Carl Landsteiner. Which is the most populous state according to the 2011 census? Uttar Pradesh. Population കൂടിയ സംസ്ഥാനം. The school of Indian art developed during the Kushan period, which is also known as the Greek, Roman, Buddhist art, is the Gandhara art school. What was the capital of Pallava dynasty? Kanchipuram. The Pancha Rathas of Mahabalipuram was built during the reign of Pallavas. Razia Begum was the first and only Muslim woman to ever sit on the throne of Delhi. During Akbar's reign, the Mahabharata was translated into Persian and is known as Raznama by Abul Faizi. Jahangir married Maharunisa, whom he gave the title of Noor Jahan, Light of the World. Which regulation made English as a medium of education compulsory in government-aided schools? Macaulay Minute, 1835. Who introduced the doctrine of lapse to expand British territories in India? Lord Dalhousie. Who was the founder of Arya Samaj? Swami Dayananda Saraswati. The first session of Indian National Congress was held at Bombay, 1885. Who was the first woman president of Indian National Congress? Annie Besant. Which leader of Indians' freedom movement was called the Grand Old Man of India? Dadabhai Naoroji. Who was the founder of the Servants of India Society in 1905? Gopalakrishna Gokhale. Who was regarded by Gandhi as his political guru? Gopalakrishna Gokhale. Which party was established by Subhash Chandra Bose? Forward Bloc. In which year did the Indian National Congress Party split, referred as Surat Split? 1907. Kumbh Mela takes place every third year at one of four places by Kumbh Mela: Haridwar, Prayag, Nasik and Ujjain. Satriya Nritya, recognized as a classical dance form of Assam. Garba is the famous folk dance from Gujarat. Lavani is a folk dance form of Maharashtra. Pandit Shivakumar Sharma, who is a recipient of Padma Vibhushan, is associated with which musical instrument? Santur. With which musical instrument is Hariprasad Chaurasia associated? Flute. The line of Cancer 23° 30' north passes through how many states of India? 8. Rajasthan, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Tripura and Mizoram. Which longitude determines the Indian Standard Time? Standard Meridian 82.5° east. Majuli is the largest river island in the world. Lies in the state of Assam. Dhuandhar Falls and Kapilthara Falls is situated on Narmada. The Hirakud Dam is built across the river Mahanadi. Name the crop season in India that opens at the onset of southwest monsoon in May-June and harvested around October with major crops like rice and millets. Garif. The oldest oil field refinery in India is Digboi, Assam. On which island India's only active volcano is situated? Barren Island, Andaman Island. What biosphere reserve was the first to be established by the Government of India in 1986? Nilagiri Biosphere Reserve. In which state are Manas National Park and Kaziranga National Park situated? Assam. Which is the first national park established in India? Jim Corbett National Park, Uttarakhand. Kanha National Park, Bandhavgarh National Park and Panna National Park is located in Madhya Pradesh. In India, the Project Tiger was started in 1973. Which planets do not have satellites revolving around them? Mercury and Venus. The breaking up and decay of exposed rock by temperature changes, frost action, plants, animals and human activity is called weathering. Which is the largest deepest ocean in the world? Pacific Ocean. Soil formed by leaching and oxidation is laterite soil. India has taken the concept of judicial review, USA. Under which article of Indian Constitution a citizen can move to the Supreme Court of India if his fundamental rights are breached? Article 32. Prohibition of discrimination on grounds of religion, race, caste, sex comes under which category of fundamental rights in Indian Constitution? Right to equality. Which part of the Constitution deals with the directive principles of state policy? Part 4. How many types of writs can be issued by Indian Constitution? 5. Which writ provides a remedy for a person who has been unlawfully held in prison? Habeas corpus. According to Article 80 of Indian Constitution, Rajya Sabha can have a maximum strength of 250 members. Out of these 250 members, how many are representatives of states and union territories? 238. According to Article 75 of Indian Constitution, the ministers are collectively responsible to the Parliament in general, to the Lok Sabha in particular. Money bill can be introduced first in which house of Parliament? Only in Lok Sabha. What is the term of a member of the Rajya Sabha? 6 years. In which article of the Indian Constitution is the procedure for the impeachment of President given? Article 61. House of Indian Parliament are prorogued by whom? President of India. The government of an Indian state is appointed by the President of India. The Panchayat Raj system was first adopted by which state? Rajasthan. The Supreme Court is empowered to settle election disputes of President and Vice President. This is original judicification. The first woman Chief Justice of High Court in India was Laila Seth. First Chief Justice of Supreme Court was Fatima Bibi. Which officer of the Government of India has the right to take part in the proceedings of Parliament of India even if he is not a member? Attorney General of India. For which period the Finance Commission is formed? 5 years. Who constitutes the Finance Commission after every 5 years? President. Under which article of the Indian Constitution are Indian citizens guaranteed the right to 6 fundamental freedoms? Article 19. Which amendment to the Constitution introduced the Goods and Service Tax GST? 101ാമത്തെ amendment. 2016. Which Constitutional Amendment Act added Part 4A, the municipalities to Indian Constitution? 74th Constitutional Amendment, 1993. Who declares national financial emergency in India? President. Banking, courier, real estate, transport comes under which sector of economic growth? Tertiary sector. An economy in which there are no flows of labor, goods or money to and from other nations is an closed economy. The situation in which total revenue equals total cost is known as break-even point. What are the 4 main factors of production? Land, labor, capital, entrepreneur. The average product curve, marginal product curve, average variable cost curve, short run average cost curve, short run marginal cost curve, and inverse U-shaped. A commodity market has a monopoly structure if there is one seller of the commodity. The Reserve Bank of India issues currency notes under minimum reserve system. Rapid integration between countries is known as globalization. What is the SI unit of temperature? Kelvin. Instrument used to measure the force, velocity and speed of the wind is anemometer. The oil in the wick of an oil lamp rises up due to capillary action. Ozone layer above the surface of Earth provides shield against ultraviolet rays. At what temperature the numerical values on Celsius and Fahrenheit scale becomes equal? -40 degree or equal to -40 degree Fahrenheit. The type of mirror used in automobile to see the traffic on the rear side is convex. What type of lens is used to correct vision of a person suffering from myopia or nearsightedness? Concave lens. The blue color of sky is due to scattering of shorter wavelength of sunlight in the atmosphere. Fiber optic cable used in communications works on the principle of total internal reflection of light. A dynamo is used to convert mechanical energy into electrical energy. The process of transformation of a substance in a gaseous state into a liquid state due to change in pressure or temperature of the substance is called condensation. Sour milk curd contains lactic acid. The carbon-based substance used in modern-day pencil is graphite. Highest percentage of carbon 90% and lowest percentage of volatile material is found in which form of coal? Anthracite. Purest form of coal, anthracite. Which gas in it is solid state is also known as dry ice? Carbon dioxide. The constituents of automobile exhaust that can cause cancer or mental disease and pollutes the air of a big city. Lead. Milk of magnesia is an magnesium hydroxide, MgOH twice. In vulcanization process, rubber can be hardened by adding sulfur. What is the chemical name for baking soda? Sodium bicarbonate. The chemical name of common salt, sodium chloride. Which is the largest living flightless tallest bird? Ostrich. Five-kingdom classification was given by R. H. Whittaker. Enzymes are the proteins that act as a catalyst within the living cells. Select the water-soluble vitamin, vitamin B and vitamin C. Which disease is caused by deficiency of vitamin D? Rickets. Deformed bones. If waste material contaminated the source of drinking water, which disease will spread? Typhoid. Which type of microorganism cause typhoid? Bacteria. Jaundice is caused due to the infection of liver. Bile is secreted by liver. Both hemoglobin and myoglobin require iron formation. The functional unit of the kidney is nephron. What name was assigned to the world's first clone of an adult sheep by British scientist Dolly? The pigment that gives human skin, hair and eyes their color is called melanin. Soya bean has the highest protein content per gram. Clove, the commonly used spice, is obtained from the flower bud. Bryophytes are called as amphibians of the plant kingdom. Ginger, turmeric and onion are modified stem. The structure in cells which contains light-absorbing pigment is chloroplast, which is the usual reproductive part of a plant flower. Who is called as the father of computer? Charles Babbage. What is the brain of computer called? CPU. Centralized processing unit. All the arithmetic and logical operations in computer are done by Arithmetic Logic Unit, ALU. A bug in a program is an error. Vijendra Singh, Shiva Thapa, Vaibhav Yadav and Duri Odhan Singh Negi is associated with boxing. The world jump ball, free throw and layup shot is associated with basketball. Hambi Koneru, Dibyedu Barua, Magnus Carlsen and R. Pragnananda are associated with chess. Who is the author of the book named The God of Small Things? Arundhati Roy. The Life Divine is a book written by Sri Aurobindo. The Story of My Experiments with Truth, Gandhi. Paramveer Chakra is the highest gallantry award for officers and other enlisted personnel of all military branches of India. According to the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child, employment, marriage, safe drinking water is not a right. When is the National Science Day celebrated to commemorate the contribution of C.V. Raman? February 28. Which day is celebrated as the World Environment Day? June 5. Which day is observed as World AIDS Day? December 1. Which state of India shows the lowest population as per Census 2011? Sikkim. According to the Census 2011, what is the literacy rate of India? 74.04%. Ashoka called the third Buddhist council at Padaliputra the fourth Buddhist council held under the King Kanishka that led to the final division in Buddhism into two parts. Hinayana and Mahayana was held at which site? Kashmir. In which language were the Buddhist texts Pitakas composed? Pali. The paintings and sculptures of Ajanta caves in Maharashtra are related to Buddhism. Where did Gautam Buddha took his samadhi passed away? Kushinagar. The Great Stupa of Sanchi is one of the most well preserved Indian Buddhist stupas located in which state? Madhya Pradesh. Ashoka originally built the famous Buddhist Sanchi Stupa. Who was the first ruler of Gupta dynasty to adopt the grand title of Maharaj Adhiraja? Chandragupta I. The illustrious name of Aryabhatta, Kalidas, Dhanvantari and Varahamihira were in the court of Chandragupta II, who defeated Harshavardhan on the banks of Narmada in 618 CE. Pulakeshi II. The famous Khajuraho group of monuments was constructed by Chandela Rajput, who attacked and looted the famous Somanatha temple in 1026. Muhammad Ghuzni. Which Delhi Sultan died of a sudden fall from a horse at Lahore while playing Chaugan polo. Qutbuddin Aibak. Muhammad bin Tughlaq transferred his capital from Delhi to Devagiri or Daulatabad. Who was the ruler of Lodi dynasty in AD? Bahlul Khan Lodi. In which year did the Battle of Kanua take place between Babur and Rajput forces led by Rana Sanga? 1527. The silver coin introduced by Sher Shah Suri in 16th century was called Rupiah. Tulasidas wrote Ramacharita Manasam during the reign of Akbar. The Mughal painting reached its zenith during the reign of Jahangir. The Red Fort and Juma Masjid in Delhi stand out as of towering achievements of architecture during the reign of Shah Jahan. Bibi Ka Maqbara, burial place of Aurangzeb's wife Rabia ud Durrani. The replica of the Taj Mahal is situated in Aurangabad, Maharashtra. Maharaja Sawai Jai Singh of Jaipur had built the observatory Jantar Mantar at Delhi, Jaipur, Banaras, Ujjain and Mathura. Birthplace of Guru Nanak Dev, originator of Sikh religion, known as Nanakha Sahib, today was earlier called Rai Bhoi Di Talwandi. The Gurumukhi script of Punjabi language was created in the 16th century CE by the second Sikh Guru, Guru Angad. The ruins of the ancient city of Hampi, capital of Vijayanagara, is located in which present state? Karnataka. In which year did Alfonso de Albuquerque capture Goa with the help of some locals? 1510. Name the Governor-General who accepted the view of Macaulay to make English as the medium of instruction. Lord William Bentinck. Who was the Governor-General of India during the revolt of 1857? Lord Canning. Gilbert Bill, which was introduced by the British Viceroy Lord Ripon. 1883. Indian Universities Act 1904 was passed during the governorship of Lord Curzon. The call of back to the Vedas was given by Swami Dayananda Saraswati. The Ramakrishna Mission was established by Swami Vivekananda, who led the armed raid on the government armory at Chittagong. Surya Sen, who was the founder of Indian National Congress AOHUM. Subhash Chandra Bose was elected president of the Haripura Congress session 1938. Who was the first and last Indian Governor General of India? C. Rajagopalachari. Who propounded the theory of drain theory of wealth from India to Great Britain? Dadabhai Naoroji. In the context of Indian national movement, who was known as the Frontier Gandhi? Gan Abdul Ghaffar Khan. Gandhi-Irwin Pact, signed on 5th March 1931, is associated with Civil Disobedience Movement. Mahatma Gandhi returned to India from South Africa in January 9, 1915. Through which principle did Mahatma Gandhi strive to bridge economic inequalities? Trusteeship theory. Whose greatest achievement was the setting up of the Brahma Samaj? Rajaram Mohan Roy. Who gave the slogans Dilli Chalo and Give me blood and I will give you freedom? Subhash Chandra Bose. Who was the founder, editor of the famous newspaper Kesari during the national struggle? Balagangadhara Tilak. The Khilafat movement was launched to protest against the humiliation of the Turkish Caliph. The Simon Commission sent by the British government was boycotted because the commission did not have any Indian member. Federal form of government at the center was introduced in India under Government of India Act 1935. Hornbill Festival, also called as Festival of Festivals, is celebrated in Nagaland. What is the traditional bamboo dance of Mizoram? Charau dance. To which state does the traditional folk dance Godi Pua, Odisha? Gidda and Bhangra is a dance form of Punjab. Bawai and Kalbelia as traditional dance forms of their genesis to which Indian state? Rajasthan. Bawai and Kalbelia, Rajasthan. The famous Shehnai player of India, Ustad Bismillah Khan. Pattachitra style of painting is one of the oldest and most popular art form of Odisha. And with which countries has Arunachal Pradesh share border? Bhutan, China and Myanmar. Uttar Pradesh shares boundary with 9 states, which are Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, Delhi, Haryana, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Bihar and Jharkhand. The highest peak in India and the second highest peak of the world, Mount K2, Godwin Austen. The outermost range of Himalaya is known as Shivalik. The highest mountain peak in peninsular India, Anamudi. Kolleru Lake, which is one of the largest freshwater lakes in India, located in which state? Andhra Pradesh. The largest backwater lagoon lake in Odisha is Chilika Lake. Name the pass in Uttarakhand which is used by pilgrims to Kailash Manasarovar Yatra. Lipulekha Lake Pass. Lipulekh Pass, Uttarakhand, used for the pilgrims to Kailash Manasarovar Yatra. The confluence of the river Alagananda and Bhagirathi, Devaprayag. Which river of India is called Vridha Ganga or Dakshina Ganga? Godavari. Luni River is the only natural water source that drains inside a lake in the desert. Which river makes an estuary? Narmada. Tehri Dam is being constructed on the river Bhagirathi. Which is the highest river dam in India? Tehri Dam. Bakranangal Dam is built on Satluj River. Heavy rainfall during the month of October and November is received by Coromandel coast, eastern coast. Which state receives rainfall during winters in the northwest part due to western disturbance? Punjab and Haryana. Which is the largest jute producing state in India? West Bengal. Operation Flood is related to milk production in India. Yellow revolution associated with oil seeds. The monazite sand on the Kerala coast used for generating nuclear energy contain thorium. Tummalapalle, where huge reserves of uranium have been found as announced by the Atomic Energy Commission, lies in the state of Andhra Pradesh. Jadugora in Singhbhum district, Jharkhand is an important mine for uranium. The three are to save the environment are reduce, recycle, reuse. Which is the largest state in India? Rajasthan. The smallest union territory of India in terms of total area is Lakshadweep. As per India Scale of Forest Report 2017, the state of Madhya Pradesh has the largest area covered under the forest. According to India State of Forest Report 2019, how much of the total geographical area of the country is covered by forest? 24.5%. Which sanctuary in India is famous for rhinoceros and in which state is located? Kaziranga, Assam. Where is the Bandipur National Park and Nagarhole National Park located? Karnataka. Which gas is most important for absorption of heat radiated from the sun as well as from the earth? Carbon dioxide. When does solar eclipse take place? When moon is between the sun and earth. The planet nearest to the sun is Mercury. Which planet in our solar system is nearly as big as the Earth and also known as Earth twin? Venus. From continent, all three latitudes, that is equator, Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, pass through Africa. Which imaginary lines represent the lines joining the places of equal rainfall? Isohyets. Nebula is not a part of solar system. Suez Canal is connect Mediterranean Sea and Red Sea. Suez Canal connects Mediterranean Sea and Red Sea. The deepest trench of the world, the Mariana Trench, is located in the Pacific Ocean. The coastal part of water bodies of the oceans which is structurally part of the mainland of the continent is called continental shelf. The main cause of tsunami is earthquake on seafloor. Federalism is a system of government in which the power is divided between central authority and various constituent units of the country. Right to vote is a constitutional right. How many members of the Rajya Sabha retire from the House every 2 years? 1/3 of the total members. What is the minimum age laid down for a candidate to seek election to the Lok Sabha? 25 years. The minimum age for the member of Rajya Sabha is 30 years. The Speaker of Lok Sabha addressed his letter of resignation to Deputy Speaker of Lok Sabha. Who was the first Speaker of Independent India's Lok Sabha? Ganesh Vasudev Maulankar. The Parliament of India consists of President, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Who presides over the sitting of the House of People? Speaker. The Estimate Committee consists of 30 members from Lok Sabha and no members from Rajya Sabha. The vacancy of the office of the President must be filled within 6 months. Who administers the oath of the President of India? Chief Justice of India. Which states have legislative councils or bicameral legislature? Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Maharashtra, Karnataka. The Chief Minister is appointed by Governor. Who is authorized to transfer or remove the judge of one high court to another high court? President. What is the tenure of the Chief Election Commissioner of India? 6 years or up to the age of 65 years, whichever is earlier. The Chief of Election Commission is appointed by the President of India. Only one can be ex officio chairman of the Planning Commission. He is the Prime Minister. Article 36 to 51 of Indian Constitution mainly deals with the DPSP given in Part 4 of the Constitution. Which article of the Indian Constitution provides for the institution of Panchayati Raj? Article 40. Which article in Indian Constitution states about fundamental duties? Article 51A. Which article of the Constitution deals with the money bills? Article 110. Which amendment is also known as Mini Constitution of India? 42nd Amendment. First schedule of the Constitution of India deals with the names of the states and their territorial jurisdiction. As per the 8th schedule of the Constitution of India, how many languages are referred to as scheduled languages? 22. How many types of emergencies are there in the Constitution? 3. Article 352, 356, 360. Who is called as the father of economics? Adam Smith. Agriculture, dairy, fishing comes under which sector of economic activity? Primary sector. The demand for a normal good increase with the increase in the consumer's income, which is a basic characteristic of oligopoly. Few sellers and many buyers. Who had estimated national income in India first? Dadabhai Naoroji. How is per capita income calculated? National income by population. Personal disposable income is equal to personal income minus direct taxes. Currency notes and coins of 1 rupee and lower denominations are issued by the Ministry of Finance. The 14 major banks in the India were nationalized in the year 1964. RBI does not transact the business of which state government? Jammu and Kashmir. Who was the sole right of issuing currency? RBI of India. Who decides repo rate, reverse repo rate and bank rate? Reserve Bank of India. Stagflation refers to a situation which is characterized by inflation and rising unemployment. The largest source of revenue to the union government is corporation tax. What belongs to central tax? Excise duty, custom duty and income tax. The basic regulatory authority for mutual funds, security and stock market lies with the SEBI, Security and Exchange Board of India. MTNL, Engineers India Limited, comes under which category? Navaratna. Indian economy is a mixed economy. The famous slogan Garibi Hatao, remove poverty, was launched during the 5th five-year plan. Hertz is the unit of frequency. What is the SI unit for electrical resistance? Ohm. A light year is a measure of distance. The instrument which uses sound waves to measure the depth of ocean is sonar. Name the device that measures the distance travelled by a vehicle. Odometer. Hygrometer is a device which is used to measure relative humidity. During uniform motion of an object along a straight line, the velocity remains constant with time. Which electromagnetic radiation is used for artificial satellite communication? Microwave. The audibility range of sound 20 to 20,000 Hz. In which of the following medium speed of this sound will be maximum? In steel. Speed of sound in air is unaffected by change in pressure. Which of the metal has the maximum thermal electrical conductivity? Silver. The reason for a swimming pool to appear less deeper than the actual depth is refraction. Tingling of stars is mainly due to which phenomena? Refraction of light by atmosphere. A fuse is a safety device which limits the current, prevents damage to electrical circuit. What is the name of the device used to convert alternating current to direct current? The rectifier. Elements having same atomic numbers but different mass number are called isotopes. Atomic theory of matter was given by John Dalton. Graphite is used as a moderator in atomic reactor. Oxalic acid is used to remove ink and rust stains on cloth. The major component in LPG, butane. Which element is used to make the coil used in water heaters? Nichrome. Which metal is found in free state in nature and was first metal to be used by man? Copper. White phosphorus is always kept under water. The highest volume of gases in lower atmosphere is comprised of nitrogen. Plaster of Paris is made by partial dehydration of gypsum salt. Who is known as the father of zoology? Aristotle. Which is correct pair of inheritance of chromosomes for the child to be a girl? X from father and X from mother. Which chromosomal combination is responsible for maleness in man? XY. On which part of the human eyes is the image formed? Retina. The protein present in hair, fingernails, hooves and horn is keratin. Cod liver oil and carrot are source of vitamin A. Which disease spread when affected person excreta gets mixed with drinking water? Cholera. Minamata disease is nervous disorder caused by mercury. Malaria and Kala Azar are caused by protozoa. Malaria can be cured with a drug quinine extracted from cinchona tree. The DPT vaccine is given to young babies to protect them from diphtheria, pertussis, whooping cough and tetanus. Hemoglobin is responsible for oxygen transportation in humans. Which is the largest gland in human body? Liver. Normal blood pressure of a man is 120/80 mmHg. In 1930, which scientist was awarded the Nobel Prize for describing human ABO blood group system? Karl Landsteiner. A person with the blood group O negative is considered to be a universal donor. Which component of blood helps in the formation of blood clots? Platelets. Pituitary gland is located in the base of the brain. Normal fasting blood sugar level per 100 ml of blood in man is 80 to 100 mmHg. By which process water comes out of the leaves in the form of vapor? Transpiration. Chlorophyll contains magnesium. The gas released during photosynthesis? Oxygen. In computers, the data is stored in which form? Binary form. Which is used as a primary memory of computer? RAM, random access memory. Which type of computer memory is non-volatile? ROM, read-only memory. 1 byte is equal to 8 bits.